In recent years, professional development for teachers has placed a heavy emphasis on engagement within the classroom. With the COVID-19 pandemic, educators in Utah noticed a considerable reduction in engagement levels that data has shown led to a decline in proficiency levels across grades and subject matter. Branley, 2023. Professional development has focused on various engagement strategies to help students connect more deeply with their learning. Many learning strategies we hear about focus on movement or games for learning, but rarely integrate arts-based processing or applications. While strategies like gallery strolls, think, pair, shares, and Jeopardy are valid, they're becoming overused and seem to be the only tools that educators have. What educators at Kearns need to incorporate are learning strategies that are more culturally responsive and address the unique needs of our diverse student body. Culturally responsive teaching strategies require us to push students into their zone of proximal development, which educational theorist Vygotsky, 1978, defines as the space between what a learner can do without assistance or what they can do with guidance. To do this, we have to reimagine the ways we provide information. We have to move beyond lectures, gallery strolls, and think, pair, share. We must integrate our students' backgrounds, cultures, and wealth of knowledge in novel ways. Research supports arts integration as the perfect avenue for increasing culturally diverse student achievement, learning, and engagement across disciplines. Agasafari et al., 2021. We can understand why arts integration works by considering where our students come from and how they learn. Our students primarily stem from oral cultures, notably in Latino, Middle Eastern, Southeast Asian, and African American communities. Hammond, 2015. In oral-based cultures, knowledge is transferred among generations and processed through storytelling, songs, chants, talk, dance, and movement. Hammond, 2015. Given our school demographic, most of Kearns students have brains predisposed to oral and active knowledge. As cultural and linguistic families continue to use traditional oral and dynamic teaching methods, culturally responsive teaching requires us to integrate methods of information processing that are accessible and well-developed neural pathways for our students. The brain processes information in 3 stages: input, elaboration, and application. If we can understand how applying arts integration can enhance each stage of information processing, we can achieve more engagement in our classrooms than ever before. During the first stage of information processing, input, the brain chooses what information to pay attention to and what information to ignore. For most students, activating this stage cannot be achieved by a simple verbal cue from a teacher, nor are they ready to jump right into a lesson when the bell rings. Art allows us to hook students' attention through emotional responses that trigger their reptilian brains and signal that it is time to learn, because this is how oral cultures signal that essential information is about to be passed. With arts integration, we can train educators to use chant, song, movement, spoken word, drumming, and clapping as attention hooks for culturally diverse students. The next stage of brain processing is elaboration, when the brain applies emotion to information, making it more memorable and understandable. During this stage, arts integration can help introduce several culturally responsive tools that allow higher level processing and emotional connection for students. Hammond, 2015. Movement, repetition, story, metaphor, and music provide various access points for students from all cultures to process complex information. Furthermore, MRI studies have shown that viewing and participating in art activates the same brain regions involved in experiencing emotions. Prins, 2007. Arts processing allows students to use the new information, connect it to emotion, and apply it to what their brains already know based on cultural background. Educators using arts-based strategies to teach students will engage them in novel, accessible, and diverse learning activities that empower cultural differences and cement learning through creative repetition. The last stage of brain processing is application, when the brain works to apply new knowledge in real-life situations. Hammond, 2015. Arts integration provides a variety of learning applications that relate to students' lived experience through project-based learning, games, and problem solving. Through art, students can turn knowledge into stories, songs, and movements that connect their oral tradition of learning to new content. Additionally, anchoring units in long-term art projects like community gardens or murals provide collaboration opportunities that synthesize knowledge for students from collectivist societies and provide opportunities for rehearsing and repeating knowledge. Thus, the arts become our avenue to integrate oral and active learning into our curricula. We do not always need an end product that results in artwork to consider arts integration in our classroom. Instead, we can reframe arts integration as a way of developing educational tools that engage our students in observation, connection, problem solving, communication, and meaning making. Chappell and Kenman-Taylor, 2013. We can improve all students' learning and engagement through arts integration by empowering diverse understandings, real-world application, and interactive knowledge processing, regardless of content matter.